in my early teens and late 20s, I heard when I was a very young child, I listened to all my uncle's records on the Victrola, and I never thought when I got older, I was like, I like rock and roll, I like blues, and then it got to the point where I really, really liked my uncle's songs and the style that he was doing. So I started writing that way, and I guess it was about 20 years ago that we've been doing this. We've been doing it about 20 years, and we tour about 210 days a year, all over the U.S., 2 U.S. tours, and then European tours, and then back, and I get about a month off a year. So we hit it pretty hard. I like the fact that no matter who you are, no matter what style of music that you listen to, if you're in the most horrible place in your heart in the world, you don't want to listen to reggae. You don't want to listen to death metal. You don't want to listen to rock and roll. You want to listen to old school country because it heals the soul. And as it does that, it builds you back up because you know that someone else has been through the same problems and troubles that you've been through and that you're not alone. And no one is more evident than that than, the Shakespeare of honky-tonk music, Mr. Hank Williams, and my great uncle, Ernest Tubb. Two great songwriters who even to this day, when I play shows in the States or I play shows overseas, people walk up to me and they say, we're such a big fan of your uncle's music. It helped us so much through our life. And I'm like, he just wrote a song, but I mean, that's the weight of country music, is that it's timeless. Songs are written 67, 70 years ago that are still being listened to today by new generation after new generation after new generation. And you don't find that with a lot of other music, That's what I love about country. In 3 words: soul, heartbreak, and redemption. Well, when I first started playing music, I was in a prison cell in Texas for 52 pounds of weed. I was 17 years old, and I heard the black choir playing down the hall, and I went down there and played with them and learned how to play guitar, came out of prison, and decided that I never wanted to go back to prison, and that maybe this could help my life. And I came from a very small trailer park in Fort Worth, Texas, and a pikey little trailer park, And I've toured the world with my music, and I'm a very blessed individual to have done that and to see the things and meet the people that I have met in my life. Yes, it's changed my life tremendously. If it wasn't for country music, I would probably still be in prison or dead. I would guarantee one of the two. So yes, it's been a great influence on my life and changed it much for the better. I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd be in Lugano, Switzerland, waking up, walking on the streets, looking at the market, looking at the beautiful lake. You don't think of things like this when you come from a little tiny town in Texas. You don't even know places like this exist. And I have the honor and the fortune to travel with some of the finest musicians of my trade and to see some of the most beautiful cities in the entire world. And without music, that would have not been possible. So it means the world to me. The things that I've lived through, the things that I've seen in my life, the fact that just pretty much the things that I've seen in my life you know. Some of them are just for fun, you know. Some of them I write from someone else's perspective, but the majority are written for what I've seen, you know. The things that I've seen in my life, my everyday life, the things that I see. Not as long as me and Hank 3 are around. Country will be just fine. It'll be just fine. Now, I can't say that much about Nashville, but country itself will be just fine. Well, now, that's a tricky little question now, isn't it? That depends on how many whiskeys I've had. No, no, I love playing with my band. It gives the full representation of what my music is about. Even though I write the songs like by myself, but when I go into the studio, all that may change. I usually write everything down in the studio and record everything live. So everything is created as we do it, you know. U2. I sing a lot of U2 in the shower. Love Bono. Great band. Love U2. Great band. Can't say enough about them. Don't tell anybody. Love rock music. I love all music except for rap music. So, love everything. As long as people are playing their instruments, I love it. As long as they're doing what they're doing over there, I love it. I have to say fair and young right now. It changes. It changes as time goes by, you know. Webb Pierce is a big favorite of mine. It's hard to say just one person, you know, is my favorite because, you know, I'm very influenced by radio, you know. I don't play anything that's like that, but if I hear songs, you know, I'll like that. I don't even know what the name of the band is, and I'll sit there and sing the song over and over again. And then it'll be gone, you know. That artist is no more. They were a one-hit wonder. But I think the older songs, you know, I really enjoy a lot of the older rockabilly. And Webb Pierce is one of my favorites. Fair and Young, great writer, great songwriter. But in my heart of hearts, you know, my Uncle Ernest is my favorite.